Hey, Real Birds, Kevin here. All right, we are gonna get going with another match. We have Andrew Mackey versus Marcus Wronski. Thank you guys for joining us. This is A-side action. This is fourth round action. All right, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Remember to like, hit that bell, ring that bell so you get notified when we go live. We put up new videos. Be sure to share. Sharing is caring. I'm your host, Kevin Ross, being joined by Tom Karabatsis. Is that how you say your name, Tom?
Very,
Oops, sorry.
very good pronunciation there.
Oh, well, thank you. I guess Tom is known for his straight pull commentary and strategizing, but he's going to take a shot at some 10-ball commentary.
Yeah, 10 ball's a great game. It's got a lot of thinking in it. Where commonalities with straight pull are, you got to call your shot.
Mm-hmm.
If you make a ball you didn't call, your opponent can make you shoot again. He has an option to take the shot or make you shoot again. 10 on the break is not a winner. It spots up, or you can re-break them, I believe.
That is correct. You pass.
These tables are Brunswick Gold Crown 4s. They play very nice. Speed's a little quick on them. They got the high super speed rubber on the cushions. So you really got to control your cue ball.
Yeah, I was noticing these hills are really springy. All right, so that is Andrew at the table now. Andrew lives in Illinois. His favorite game is One Pocket. He's been playing for about 25 years. Got started with like a lot of people do, had a pool table at home. Grandma had a table in the basement. That's how he got started 25 some years ago.
There's no real open shot here. This could be a safety or cut in the side pocket.
Just sending that cue ball in behind traffic, and it's leaked out a little.
Yeah, he was trying to hit the 6 ball and stay there. Hit a little bit too hard, but you got to make sure you get a cushion. One thing about this is it's a tough shot, but you don't have to play position. You just got to make the 1, the 2's hanging in the corner pocket.
Exactly right. 2 balls hanging, 3 balls at the other corner, 4 balls right by the 3. So Marcus, his favorite game is 10 ball. He's been playing about 15 years. He loves classic cars.
I was watching Marcus warm up earlier. He's got a good cue ball control. For a high-speed table, to be controlling the cue ball well is a plus. But the key to this rack is going to be getting on the 5 ball. If you get on the 5 ball in the side pocket or back in the corner, I think it goes in both lower corners where the 4 is. But you can play for the side or...
Oops.
Trying to hold the cue ball up, but missed the 4 ball.
Yeah, over cheated the pocket.
Yeah, the pockets seem easy, but I see a lot of balls coming out that hit the rail because of the bouncy cushions.
Right. Yeah, they're not small pockets. They're generously sized, but they don't accept everything. I've seen them spit out a lot of stuff.
Looks like Andrew's got a slight masse shot here. Just want to make the hit and don't worry so much about the shapes.
All right, good hit. And is that going to leave a shot? No, it's going to leave a shot.
You almost got behind the 9, but looks like the 5 has a pocket to go by the 10 ball.
Yeah, the 5 will go to the corner past the 10, to either corner actually. He might even just roll forward and play the 5 in the side. Oh, he was trying to draw back.
One thing I noticed about fast equipment, there's two types of pool players that play better on it. One is guys that roll the ball real well, because there's a lot of soft shots to play position. The other is, of course, your guys that control the cue ball and have power too are going to be the favorites if they get a hold of the speed.
You know, like Ike Runnels played on this table first match of the day. Ike is known for having a nice soft stroke, and he was doing pretty well on this table actually.
Yeah, Ike didn't really adjust to the tables real good. I played Ike earlier. I put him in the losers bracket, and then he lost to Greg Pitts, another fine player from Illinois. Yep.
That's going to bounce.
Yeah, a lot of times when you go to a cushion, you're taking a chance with the cue ball and getting straight in. If you can stun it and just float your cue ball across without going to a cushion, you learn two things. You learn how to control the stun shot, and you'll start playing better position, knowing how to control that shot.
Yeah, it does take that extra variable out of play.
The one thing Andrew's got going for him is the 8-ball's frozen, so he can play rail first with inside English.
And Andy's tall; he can reach it. That helps.
Andrew's a student of the game. He pays a lot of attention. He'll listen to me when I tell him something. He'll use what I tell him, but not everything I tell him.
It's okay to pick and choose a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking for that U.S. Open to put tariffs on some of those Chinese players. You know. This is a worldwide game now. We're very fortunate, to be playing pool in this era because there's so many great players from around the world. It's really a lot of fun to watch a Moscone Cup or a U.S. Open. He opted to try to play safe.
Yeah, he's just trying to bank the 8-ball to the other end rail. Just caught that side pocket. Hasn't left much.
This is what I call a funny angle for a cross side. It's laying where you can't really cross over it and make it one rail in the side, and you really can't hold it up. It's tough to do either. So sometimes you would play this twice cross side.
I think he just called it cross side.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to try to hold the cue ball with inside English or cross it. Looks like he's crossing. See, he got back up. It's in that funny spot. This is one spot where you want to roll out sometimes, that funny bank angle.
He just changed his mind. He's going to cut it up the corner.
Well, he knows that one goes.
He's hit it good, not good enough.
This is a tester. If I had a chance, it's not laying good, but I would bank across corner, crossing the ball, and maybe leaving safe if you miss it a little short. But you just got to roll this in the corner and with a little outside English, like center right, center left. Just hold the cue ball up. Oh,
he wasn't rolling anything.
He fired that one in. Unfortunately, I don't know how long I'm going to be staying. I got a match coming up. But Kevin, I think I like more commentating than playing sometimes.
There's a lot less stress.
Especially when you're commentating for like Thorsten Holman against John Schmidt or Earl Strickland. It was always fun. Shane Van Boning, I played him in the World Straight Pool Championship. He ran 100 and out on me. It was a 100-point match. And I went up to him after the match, shook his hand, and told him, "You should have let me shoot. You would have learned something." He got a good laugh out of it.
All right, Andrew, game number 1. 1-0 in this race to 7. So let's see, who are you playing next? You're playing Menser Carrick.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting a break. So,
You're taking the scenic route to the finals.
well, when you get old, you got to play more matches to get a stroke. You know?
That's the story you're going with? All right.
That's my story. I'm sticking with it. I found out a lot of interesting things lately.
Yeah?
You know, they were talking about the best black pool players. You know, and Ike Reynolds was honorable mention for the top 10. And talked a little bit about the history of the game, like guys like Willie Munson and Cicero Murphy, you know, didn't get to play in tournaments until 1964. You know, it was segregated, the game. I didn't realize that. In Johnson City in 61, the first year it started, Giovanni Washington got to play. He's black, from Chicago. They called him Youngblood. And he got to play because he was light-skinned and said he was Italian. They told him, you got to say you're Italian. You know? But they wouldn't let Cicero play until 1964. And he won a World Straight Pool Championship the first time he played in it. So for some reason, I thought our color barrier matched baseballs in the 40s. But no. You know, being from Chicago, and first time I saw Youngblood, an interesting story. He turned around and he was playing a Tommy Spencer from Chicago, bank pool. They called him up to play Tommy, and somebody went and got him. He was staying at a mental institution, and they would sneak him out whenever he had a game. And he would just get up there, having not played, and just rob everybody he played. And he beat Tommy to death playing bank pool. Great player.
All right, what's Andrew going to do here?
Well, you could shoot the combo on the 3-ball, but, you know, you could also thin it and go behind the 3.
Yeah, you could shoot the combo on the 3, but that's a tough shot.
Well, you're laying perfect for it. Just hit a little left-hand English and spin the ball. That's one of the shots we worked on. It comes up in straight pool a lot. So you can thank me for that miss.
All right, you heard it, Andrew. Tom's taking responsibility for that miss.
Mr. Wronski, he's originally from this area, but he's living up in Michigan, visiting family right now, and he's having a little struggle to get started. Very important when your opponent's still shaky, if you can get the initial jump. A lot of times players win just on the initial jump in a match.
If you can get that jump, they may not, they may never recover. You know, they may stay shaky the whole time if you can keep the heat on them.
It's the best way to beat good players. Get ahead of them and stay ahead.
Yeah, if you can do that, I recommend it.
Yeah, some guys play a little different from behind. Some players don't. Usually the guys that have a big break, know they can get big in the match right away. But in this alternate break format, that's not necessarily an option because you're giving up the break every other rack.
Yeah, so the guy's not going to run, 7 and out on you or 9 and out. You're coming back to the table.
I was in Florida place called Diamond Billiards. It was owned by a
In Cape
friend of
Coral?
mine. Yeah, when James Oswald was still there. And I'm watching Shane Van Boening break 10 ball. He made 7 balls on the break.
Wow.
I swear to God, he made 7 balls on the break. He had a long shot on like the 6. There were 3 balls on the table, and he didn't get out.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I know Diamond Billiards in Cape Coral. I lived in Cape Coral for a few years. All right, Andrew. A little bit of an off angle on, kind of the wrong angle on this 4. Just gonna have to hit this with some speed to come back out and clear the 9. Oh, and he hit that beautifully. Oh, maybe a little bit too good. Don't get behind the 6.
Yeah, he overcut that ball just a hair, and the cue ball went a little further.
Looks like you can still see the 5, so he's all right.
Yeah, he's got a shot. He's shooting
Man,
balls.
That ball just keeps going, doesn't it?
Yeah, you try to get loose, and it's so easy to overamp on a shot. But if you play position the correct way, you give yourself a larger margin of error. But those one-rail shots for position are atrocious on this equipment.
Hey, where's the 10 ball?
Good question.
I think the 10 was made out of turn, and it was supposed to have been spotted, and I think someone forgot to spot the 10.
Should we say something? Hey, Andrew, the 10 balls should have gotten spotted. I think it went in out of turn. It should be spotted. Figure out what you guys want to do,
So now it's been brought to their attention that they're missing a ball. Just a 10 ball, nothing important. They would have figured it out eventually, maybe. Or maybe they would have shot the 9 and said, oh, I win.
On one of the old tapes, Jimmy Mateus playing 9 ball and he breaks. It was poorly designed. The draft pocket tables, and before the leather gets broken in, if you hit the pocket straight in hard, the ball jumps out. Doesn't accept the ball, and he made a ball on the break, but it came back out, so he didn't make a ball on the break, but he still ran out. No one caught it.
I saw a match on ESPN. I think it was, who was it? I think it was, I can't remember, but somebody, he took ball in hand when he didn't have ball in hand, and nobody caught it. Like his opponent didn't catch it.
Yeah, actual rule there, Andrew should have waited to spot the 10 till the next turn. It was the only fair way. But at least he got a 10 ball on the table here. I might thin the 6 and play the 10 with the cue ball rather than the safety here.
No, don't line up a dead 10 ball.
And you put it on the 10, and when you do that, you're taking a chance it might even kick it in, if it's lined up.
Yeah, and he's gonna be kicking at it, and he's got a chance of making it.
Yeah, if he could get underneath the 6 ball, he's got a good chance. 2 rails underneath the ball. If you go 1 rail into the 6, you can't make the 10.
I'm pretty sure he called the 10. I didn't see, but
Yeah, he told his opponent. The one good thing about that shot was he moved the 10
Got
ball.
the 10 out of there, yep.
But they're,
Yeah, the rest are sitting pretty good.
yeah, the 9's kind of blocking the 7 a little bit, and you got to travel the cue ball. You can't just stop and get on or draw back a little bit, get on the 8.
Yeah, 7 to the 8 is probably the only really tricky bit here. It's really
Here's the
not
shot
that
I'm
bad.
talking about where you're going to the cushion here. It might get away from you. You hit it good, though.
Controlled it nicely.
Yeah, this is all routine. Just pocket the balls. Like I said, just
Yeah,
pocket the ball.
Rule number 1, make the ball.
A little bit of background. I was opened up the first upscale pool room with diamond tables in the Chicagoland area.
Oh, right on.
Started with the bars. I had about 4 locations. I used to run Steve Miserak's senior tour out of my pool rooms. We did 3 events. That was the most fun I had playing pool.
Wow.
Just seeing all the old timers. Rail first. These rails also go short. They kind of play like a diamond rather than a gold crown.
Yeah, it throws you off. You come in, you see, oh look, gold crown. So good. I know how gold crown rails play. And then you play on them. Wait, these are playing like diamonds.
Yeah, that's half the battle in pool, being able to adjust the equipment. I always said if you can't control the cue ball, you're just like every other Joe playing pool. You know, the guys that can control the cue ball are the better players. And I always get that guy online that will say, well, if you keep pocketing balls, eventually you run out of balls, which is absolutely true. You know, but there's a percentage to the game.
But you have to keep pocketing balls, and what's going to give you the best chance of continuing to pocket balls?
I was hanging around with Buddy Hall one time, and he told me he was playing a guy in Texas, Little Al Romero, was a great player, and they were playing a 15 ahead 10 ball, and for high stakes. And to start the match off, Little Al broke and ran the first 10 racks. And Buddy said, after watching him run the 10 racks, I realized he couldn't beat me because he was on the wrong side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Buddy says, I handed him 7 on my next shot back. I handed him 7 back. So he ran 7 racks back, ended up beating Al. But you know, that's 9 ball is keeping on the correct side of the angle so you can move the cue ball around.
Yeah, you don't want to have to be shooting trick shot after trick shot every shot on your run out.
Yeah, it's. I'm not talking about like playing straight pool position where you have short shot after short shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of times you leave the ball long just to have that angle. Leave yourself long shot rather than trying to get close to the ball. Good 9-ball players do that all the time. They'll take a harder shot, a longer shot, just to guarantee that they're going to get position and not have a chance of getting tied up. Came out short again.
All right, we'll just kick it in. Yeah, he's called it. I was a little surprised to see he chose that way to try to get to the 210.
Yeah, with ball in hand, I would have went 2 rails drawn across the table.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, what do we know? He almost made it. If he would have been behind it, if he could kick it and come that close, I guarantee you he could have made it if he would have gotten behind it.
Oh, yeah, if he's shooting straight at it and not kicking at it, absolutely. And this does leave a nice shot for Marcus to get started with.
Kevin, how many years have you been doing this?
The live streaming?
Yeah.
Probably about 5 years.
I have a lot of appreciation for all you live streaming guys. You know, it's hard work.
We'll be right back.
4-ball. That's that roll shot I'm talking about. Very easy to run away from you. He came a little bit too far. Kevin was checking out the score.
Yep, I just, chat room brought it to my attention that I clicked on the wrong person's name. I just went, checked the score sheet just to double check. So, yep, the score is 1-1. Thank you, chat room.
That's why we have the chat room.
Keep us honest.
Try to cut it in. It was a tough shot.
That was a real tough. He was good on the 8, but that was a real tough shot on the 7.
You can hit it with like center outside English left, come across and maybe get above the 8 ball. But I'd probably stay below it. And he spun it in nicely.
Yep, nice shot, good speed.
A lot of people don't realize when you put English on the ball, if you're hitting it low, it will tend to masse on you.
Mm-hmm.
The most natural way to hit a ball with English is center, because it won't masse at different speeds. So if you happen to dog the speed a little bit, it didn't masse on you if you let up on it. Where if you're hitting it low and spinning it, if you let up on your speed, it will curve. You know, so that's a tip from John Schmidt. Plays pretty good straight pool. He recently ran 626 balls. In case everybody didn't
I've heard
hear.
of him. I've heard of that guy.
626. What I thought was really funny was he was like, "Guys, don't break my record. Leave it for a while, like it's a hanger."
Wait at least a couple weeks. Yeah, you know those Chinese are probably over there working on it. It's probably going to be a 1,000-point run that they're probably going to get just because.
Well, the one thing about all these high runs that John has given the game, he learned a lot. We learned a lot about straight pull. He never messed up any big runs on the last 4 or 5 balls. It was always the ball after the break shot, because he didn't miss break shots. He would miss the ball after the break. You get tough, or sometimes you don't get a shot, just the ball rolls up and locks you up.
Whoa.
It's he overcut the ball. That's why he scratched. It's 2-1. Normally you would have to spot the ball and shoot it, but that's a gimme.
That's the normal rule, yeah. A lot of tournaments will play you lose the game if you don't make them shoot it. But that was Andrew that scratched, right? So Marcus gets that. That was Andrew that scratched, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of back with John Schmidt, we would talk about missing the balls after the break shot, and he broke the record on 5-inch pockets, and people complain about it. Well, if you want to learn how to play pool, I think you should play half the time on big pockets, because what happens is you learn how to let your stroke out and play different shots. And that was one of my Facebook posts. And a
Yeah,
lot of
that was something Earl Strickland used to say too. He says when you're practicing, practice on a 8-foot table with 5-inch pockets.
yeah. Well, no, I saw Earl in Steinway Billiards a few years back, and he's playing on 4-inch pockets for like 12 hours. Just so you got to play on both. I'm not saying just play on big pockets, but you know, Earl already knows how to let his stroke out. One of the best strokes ever. So he doesn't need as much training, but he probably did play on big pockets when he was training on bar tables. I know. You got to get comfortable working the cue ball with power and not being afraid of hitting a ball with speed down the rail. And then when you play on a tight table, you know what to watch out for. I know I got to hit this shot a little less speed so the ball is accepted in the corner pocket. It touches the rail a little bit. I definitely prefer 10 ball to 9 ball. It seems like you can control the break a little more, and it's not automatic to control the break. And if you don't make a ball in the break, your opponent's got 10 balls and no luck shots to get out.
Oh man, that cue ball just kept going.
Yeah, like I said, that one rail position is really the toughest on the fast equipment to get down.
Well, looks like he still has a shot.
Nope, he hit
No,
the
he
6.
doesn't.
He tried to masse a little bit slightly around the ball. And we'll see how Andrew. One thing I love about Andrew's game is he just gave away a game on the 10 ball, and he doesn't really dwell on that missed ball. A lot of players I see get upset and after they miss the ball, and they miss ball after ball, just over and over.
Yeah, you gotta put that behind you. Yeah, you can learn from your mistake. Know what you did wrong, but don't dwell on it. Don't let it get you upset. You can ask yourself, why did I miss that? Oh, it's because I did this. Okay, move on. Won't make that mistake again, but don't get all upset about it.
Yeah, another thing, don't get upset when your opponent misses the ball and doesn't leave you a shot, because it's better to be at the table than to have the guy run out. So Grady Masters would say, if a good player misses a ball on me, I'm tickled to death. I don't care where he leaves it. I got a shot where I didn't expect one. Oh, at off speed when you're spinning the ball, it gets tricky. That's the key in the game here. If it gets out here.
Yeah, the main thing that got me over getting upset about luck in a game like 9 ball, the main thing that got me over that was playing poker. When you're playing poker, there might be $1,000 in the center of the pot there, playing for actual money, not a tournament. You got the best hand the whole way, and then they catch their 2-outer on the river, and they scoop that $1,000 pot, that was yours the whole time. That happens time after time after time after time. When you can start dealing with that, if someone's slopping in the ball in a race to 7, is nothing. It means nothing to me anymore.
Yeah, what happens is my dad used to say, if you want to learn something about somebody's personality, play poker with them. You see who gets upset and how they act, and same thing with pool. You learn a lot about somebody by playing with them.
All right, Marcus running those out, 3-1.
Very important to regroup. You're going to get your opportunities.
Mason and Scott,
You got to take advantage.
And if you like John Schmidt's commentary, we do have some of his commentary from
Am I up?
Lincoln City back before he tried his world record attempt. He sat in and did some commentary with us for a few matches. You can go check that out on our channel. Are you up? Are you playing?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing soon.
Soon, but not right now. Or are you gonna go take off, go start getting warmed up?
Yeah, I'm going to hit a few balls.
All right. Well, thank you for sitting in, Tom.
It was my pleasure, Kevin.
All right. That was Tom Karabatsos, well-known good player from the Chicago area. All right. Ball in hand for Andrew.
And Robert, table 13. B and Robert, 13.
Yeah, Andrew still struggling a little with the speed of the table.
And
Ended up with his cue ball on the rail. He should still be okay. Probably draw into the 5 ball or 4 ball or 4 and 5. And unfortunately, it was off to 4 and to the 5 and kind of pinballed off of him a little bit and ended up in a very suboptimal location. Now he's going to be forced to play a safety. He could come off either side of the 3 ball for a safety, come off the left or the right side. Just depends which way he wants to go.
and Bensor on table.
Coming off the right side is probably going to be a little bit easier from where he is. Get that cue ball under there. That's a nice shot. Nice speed. Good touch. Nice hit. And is he going to leave it safe? So keep going behind there. Not exactly safe, but not really much of a shot either. Tried to get him again with that same group of balls, but didn't have quite the same outcome this time. He's left a shot on the 3, but he's left him jacked up over the 8. So this is not bad. Not a bad result. Yeah, I would not be trying to shoot this 3 to that upper left corner. If anything, banking, cross the 3 to bank it at the upper right corner, possibly. And just decide, are you calling the 3 or are you calling the 10? All right, I think he's called something, I think, but I don't know what he's calling. think he was calling the 10. Left him hooked, but that's lined up not too bad to kick at it. I'd actually call it in the side. I'd call this in the side, not the corner. Oh, he was. If you're going to kick at it that way, yeah, I call it in the corner. I thought he was going to kick between the 10. What ball was up there before things got moved on? Was that the 6 that was up there a second ago? All right, ball in hand for Marcus. That's nice speed. Well, if Marcus can keep taking advantage of these mistakes Andrew's making, got an upset in the making. And all right, here we go. Andrew with the break. Uh-oh, Kojak in the subway. Wow, table sprung a leak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's made 4 balls on the break, 5 if you count the cue ball. And look at this 2-10 combination. Wow. You know, if you're Andrew, it's hard to stay calm. This will test even the most patient of players. This will test even the most patient and the most unemotional of players. That's a nice touch, good speed. Ooh. Andrew dodged a bullet there. Had Marcus made that 210, Andrew would probably be thinking about starting to chew his cue stick in half. Oh, don't get behind the 9. Wow, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? Wow. So you guys might want to start checking out the AZ Billiard for sale forums. You might see some cue sticks going up for sale real quick. For sale by Andrew. Hey, Q, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. How's it going, buddy? Oh, nice hit. But I don't think he called it there. No, Marcus is coming to the table, so no, he did not call it there. All right, this time they're going to remember to spot the 10. All right, Marcus made the 10 ball twice, but only gets credit for it once. 5-1. Yeah, Andrew, all we can say, Andrew, is we feel your pain. We've all been there. Hang tough, it'll turn around. When am I coming to Florida? Well, I was just there like 2 years ago. I usually go like once every 10 or 15 years. All right, good hit. Is that going to spin in behind there? It is. See, things are starting to turn around, Andrew. Wow, he just made the four. I don't know if you guys saw that on the table right up above there on screen. He just made the four railer on the 10. All right, he's called the one in that bottom left corner. Looks like he's going to try to zigzag up and down table at it. That's what he's doing. Oh, man, that was an excellent effort. Good try there, Marcus. So, yeah, John Q. Throckmorton wants to know, where are we playing at? Let's see, we are at Pyramid Sports Bar and Pizzeria in Addison, Illinois. Next thing you know, you'll start asking, what's the score? Just messing with you, John. Now, in case you're not from the Chicago area, you probably don't know where Addison, Illinois is. Addison is, well, it's just west of Chicago. We are in the Chicago area, Chicagoland. I think he was trying to run into one of those balls. I don't think he was actually trying to go between them. I think he was trying to run into him. Man, he's in a bit of a tough spot now.
Thank you.
Man, I guess you got to cut this to the bottom left on screen. And get jacked up over the 7.
Donald Branson, Juan Carlos, table 11. Donald, Juan, table 11.
Let's see, Chairman wants to know if it's near Chris's Billiards. Chris's Billiards looks like it's probably about 10 or 12 miles away. So about an hour's drive. Chris's Billiards is a pool hall that was, or one of them that was in the color of money. Oh man, scratch for Andrew. Oh, don't scratch too. No, he's not going to. Oh. It's a problem with fast tables. Sometimes you get afraid to hit the ball. And then you end up coming up short like this. All right, nice shot, and has controlled the 10 ball nicely. Nice shot there, Marcus. Marcus on the hill, 6-1. And it's race to 7. And if anything can go wrong, it is going wrong for Andrew. Oh, yeah, there's Miss Vanessa Hood taking some photos there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dry break. Nobody home. And he does have a shot to the one to that upper left corner. And he's shooting at it. And that's a nice shot. Hasn't left himself much on the 2, though. All right, just playing safe. And that looks like he's got him. All right, we are going airborne. Looks like a Predator jump cue. Well, the good part about this is he's kind of, I was going to say he's kind of tied up the 3, but no, the 3 isn't tied up. The 9-10 is not looking too good, though. All right, he's got on the 3. 3 to the 4. Got a couple options. I'm still just trying to figure out what it's going to do with this 9-10. Oh, man. Guess worrying about what he's going to do with the 9-10, maybe a little bit premature. All right, nice hit, and is he going to leave it safe? Sort of. He's left it tough, that's for sure. I don't think he can see enough of this to cut it in. I think the only offensive shot he has is to bank it. Gonna get him with the 7. Nope. And that 4 is coming out. And Marcus hasn't really had much pressure put on him, so he's kind of in a freewheeling kind of mode now. So I look for him to make this 4 and break out the 10 and land perfect on the 5. And he's done all of that. Uh-oh. Is that going to keep going? No, that's pretty decent speed. He has overhit it a little. That shot, you'd actually prefer to come up short than go long. If you come up short, you can go 2 rails out of that upper left corner. Handles it no problem, though. Just out there like he's practicing, like he doesn't have a care in the world. Marcus with a big win over Andrew Mackey, 7-1. This was a A-side match. Andrew still alive. All right. I'm your host, Kevin Ross. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to have plenty more matches coming up. Stick around. See ya.